Welcome to clickmyproject.com. Let me discuss about the project Robust Automatic Line Scratch Detection in Films. Let me discuss about the abstract of the project. Line scratch detection in films are challenging problem. In our approach, propose a spatial line scratch detection algorithm and temporal filtering step for detecting line scratch in robust manner. This algorithm provides a precise description of the detected scratches. This process more robustness and lack of external parameter is ensured by the combined use of a contour methodology. It performs significant advantages over previous work. Line scratches are common degradation in motion picture films. This paper presents an efficient method for line scratches detection, a new interpolation technique dealing with both low and high frequencies, that is film grain, around the line artifacts, is investigated to achieve a nearby invisible reconstruction of damaged areas. Our digital restoration is a three-stage process. The first stage is a detection process running without human interaction on the raw image sequence. Motion compensation is computed during this step and the relevant information stored. Line scratches are easily visible as vertical lines of bright or dark intensity, oriented more or less vertically over much of the image. Temporal anti-aliasing seeks to reduce or remove the effects of temporal aliasing. Temporal aliasing is caused by the sampling rate, that is the number of frames per second of a scene being too low compared to the transformation speed of objects inside the scene. This causes objects to appear to jump or appear at a location instead of giving the impression of smoothly moving towards them. To avoid aliasing artifacts altogether, the sampling rate of a scene must be at least twice as high as fastest moving object. Let me discuss about the flow diagram for our process. First, capture the video from the database. Here we need to read the scratched video. Next, convert the videos into frames. The size of the film frame varies depending on the still film format or the motion picture film format. A film frame or video frame is one of the many still or nearly so images which compose the complete moving picture. The video will be read and we convert the video as a frames. The converted frame will be saved. Next, in the pre-processing step, the source file by using the resize function. User can able to change the size of the image by providing pixel height and pixel width with the help of resize function. Select blur image with a specified blur type and choosing the filter type with the help of special and filter function. Motion filter is windowed filter of linear classes. By its nature, its weight and mean. Motion filter is the apparent streaking of rapidly moving object. Next, in the scratches detection. Pixel-wise detection, taken the gray level image, estimate the median value over a local horizontal neighborhood of pixel. Next, the left and right horizontal pixel averages can be estimated. Finally, determine the Boolean criteria for the average pixels. Next, in order to overcome the false detection occurred at the pixel-wise detection, here a contour methodology is a generic way to detect visual objects in digital images, which in turn detect the false alarm. The aim of this section is to present a general method to automatically fix an acceptance or rejection threshold for the recognition of shape elements up to a given class of invariants. A contour decision methodology in terms of hypothesis testing in order to link the number of false alarms. The contour approach is a principled method for making algorithmic decision that has been applied successfully to many tasks in image analysis. The method is based on a background model for the image. This model relies on independent assumptions and characterization images in which no detection should be made. It is often image dependent, relying on statistics gathered from the image and therefore adaptive. Next, in the temporal filtering, the overall goal of temporal filtering is to increase the signal to noise ratio, often contain very slow frequency fluctuation that may unrelated to the signal of interest. The threshold, the photoreceptors can be approximated as linear systems that convert light signals that is photons streams as input into neural response as output. Next, by changing the neural transmitter release and firing rates above the threshold, the photoreceptors can be approximated as linear system that convert light signal as input into neural response as output. That is depolarization or hyperpolarization of membrane potentials, changes of neural transmitter release and firing rates. Finally, check whether the scratches are completely removed. If not, means then we go to the above process and repeat the scratch detection and also the temporal filtering algorithm. If one scratches will be completely removed, then we obtain the scratch remove frames and convert the scratch remove frames into video format. Let me discuss about the running procedure for our process. Select the main.m file in the current folder, right click that file and run for executing this process. This is the main window for the line scratch detection in films. Select any video by using the pop-up menu function, and by pressing the input video button we can load the video by using the reader function. Here I display the video in a movie player format. Next, by pressing the frame conversion button we can convert the video into frames. Here I display the 50 frames in a window. By pressing the pre-processing button we can pre-process our frames. So this process will be repeated for every frames. Here I display the input frames and here I display the noise removal frames. The pre-processed frames will be completed. By pressing the scratch detection button we can detect every scratches for every frames. So this process will be repeated for each and every frames and scratches will be detected for each and every frames. So by using the scratch detection algorithm, so here the every blobs will be detected for every frames. So this process will be take sometimes for executing all frames. So after complete the scratch detection we can perform the temporal filtering. This temporal filtering algorithm will be performed for removing the scratches from the lines. So this process will be repeated for every frames. This process will be taken some time for executing. After completing the temporal filtering result, here I display the final result, which should be removal of noise, that is removal of scratches in each and every frames. Thus described algorithms for the delineation of a tone frame along the tier boundary and for the correction of tier induced displacements in the digital sequence. Thank you.